Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with the January transfer move to Arsenal. The transfer of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Borussia Dortmund to Arsenal is getting nearer. It is getting closer. Lots of signs that this deal could be done. Now, first of all, it does appear that some sort of agreement is near on the valuation. Arsenal said to have offered around about £56 million. Dortmund said to want about 60 million, but they're not far off each other's valuation, and that seems to be close. The sticking point, which a lot of papers have gone with today, and it makes for a fantastic story, whether it is this or not, who knows, but a lot of papers are saying that the sticking point is Olivier Giroud's wife. She loves London, she wants to stay in London, doesn't fancy it going out to Dortmund. I've been to Dortmund, lovely city, but obviously not as a glamorous a spot as being in London. And she said to want Olivier Giroud to stay at Arsenal. I'd love to see Giroud stay at Arsenal, but as I reported this about 3-4 days ago, I think I was one of the first people to go with this actually, because I got this from a link over in Dortmund. They said that they really want Olivier Giroud as an exchange in this deal on a 6-month loan deal. And that's said to be appealing to Olivier Giroud, who obviously wants to be playing as much football as possible ahead of the World Cup. Appealing to Arsenal because they don't have to sell him, and if they did want to sell him, they could cash in on him, you know, for bigger money during the summer. And I reckon that this could be the deal that gets done, that it's money for Aubameyang plus a 6-month loan deal for Olivier Giroud, which then solves their striker problems, Borussia Dortmund, up front. And Giroud is happy as well because he gets to play week in, week out. His chances will be really limited with Aubameyang coming in. It's obvious that Arsenal now are looking to go with an all-out pace attack, similar to what Liverpool do, similar to what Manchester City do. And if Aubameyang comes in, you've got Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan, Lacazette, that is what you're going for, pace. Even bringing Welbeck off the bench, which, you know, Wenger said yesterday he's going to stay. Again, it's pace. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it all turns out, but it does look like Giroud could be on his way. Are you happy with that? I mean, I'm loving the signing of Aubameyang if that happens. I'm so positive about it. I really do think Arsenal would have done brilliant. But should we be letting Giroud go? Are you happy about that? Leave it in the comments below what you think of Giroud going. I know he splits opinion, Giroud. There's some people who are like, nah. There's other people that are like, listen, he's a great plan B. But the thing is, we've got to remember this. The guy doesn't want to play as a plan B. He's an older striker now. He wants to be playing week in, week out, especially with the World Cup coming. And if you've got Aubameyang in there, listen, with his goal-scoring record, I'm sorry, I love Olivier Giroud, but his goal-scoring record doesn't even come close to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So let's see what happens with that one, but I'd be really interested to know what you guys think. Actually, on that Aubameyang thing, a lot of people spotted the fact that yesterday, when he was leaving the training ground at Borussia Dortmund, he was holding a big brown box. That's normally like when you're clearing out all your stuff and going. It could be nothing, but of course a lot of fans jumped on it and said, listen, that is the obvious sign that he's on his way. So I'm going to have to wait and see what happens. Johnny Evans, that's the next one. Now, Wenger quite clearly saying again yesterday that they are after a striker, a defender. And we all know they need a defender. Johnny Evans, experienced defender, could be on his way to Arsenal. I spoke about it yesterday saying that, you know, in the summer, if West Brom were to get relegated, he could leave for £3 million. And that'd be a bit disastrous for West Brom. Number one, they'd be going down, plus losing a guy that they could have got 20 million for just 3 million. For a club of West Brom's size, that would be disastrous. So it looks like they are going to allow him to leave this January, and Arsenal are the hot favourites to sign him. Also, West Brom, we're being told, have been on the verge of making a signing. Ali Gabri from a team called Zamalek. He's a centre-half. Apparently, he's the guy that they're looking to bring in to replace him. So it's going to be really interesting to see if Arsenal get that one done and Johnny Evans becomes an Arsenal player. Listen, he's not, I know he's not that glamour signing, but he's 30 years of age. He's the captain of West Brom. He's very experienced. He could be just what we need in that defence to stabilise it. I mean, it's all over the place at times. I don't think there's bad defenders there, but it's just all over the place. So Johnny Evans could be a good addition, but let's wait and see again what happens with that. Now, what have you made of this big spat between Thierry Henry and Alexis Sanchez? It all started off with Alexis Sanchez when he's moved to Manchester United now. He came out and he said, I remember today a conversation I had with Henry, who changed the club for the same reason, and today is my turn. That's what he wrote the other day, Alexis Sanchez, on Instagram about Alexis Sanchez, about Thierry Henry, implying that it was Thierry Henry that, you know, that conversation with him that made him make up his mind to go to Manchester United. Now, Thierry Henry has been getting a lot of stick from Arsenal fans saying, you know, why have you convinced our best player to go and join Manchester United? Thierry Henry hit back yesterday on Twitter. He said, I know I don't need to explain this to the majority of Arsenal fans, but contrary to speculation, at no time did I tell Alexis Sanchez to leave Arsenal. I had no idea he was going to sign for Manchester United until I saw it on the news like the rest of you. So somebody here is telling porky pies. And I'm going with Thierry Henry because he's an Arsenal legend. So Sanchez there. Yeah, Sanchez, and I think DT said this when we did our podcast, Sanchez played this thing so smart. He's played it so smart, you know what I mean? And he's got his big move. But Thierry Henry not happy with Alexis Sanchez's comments there. And finally, Jack Wilshere still hasn't signed a new contract yet. I keep saying I want this guy to be captain of the club. Still no new deal yet. We're being told that new deals for him and Ozil are close. But Juventus still very interested in signing Jack Wilshere. They've got Szczesny there, of course, who came up with Wilshere through the youth team. And he would love to be reunited. But I still think the Jack Wilshere thing will get done. I'll tell you what, if Arsenal sign Wilshere, sign Ozil to new contracts, bring in Mkhitaryan, Aubameyang and Johnny Evans, and then would have lost, obviously, you know, Sanchez, Coquelin, Walcott. I personally think it's an absolutely fantastic window. Yes, we would have lost Alexis Sanchez, he's a world-class player, but we've gained another world-class player, possibly two, and a very experienced defender. That'll be a good window, but it's Arsenal. I'm going to stay patient. Thanks for watching the show. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget the golden ticket. Don't forget to check out my daily show that I do every day over there on the Ultimate Football Fan, the brand new UFF channel. I've been doing that show every day, give you transfers, bring you news from all of the games. Of course, the big one later on, Arsenal taking on Chelsea. Really looking forward to that one. But we'll be back tomorrow.